Hi friends, welcome back to another music theory lesson. Today we will be talking about what are registers, what are ledger lines, dynamics, and tempo markings. So let's get started. Today we are going to start with what a register is. A register is the height or the range of a note or pitch or a set of pitches. When talking about um, the register, the higher the register, the higher the pitches. So, when talking about registers, um, we're going to use the piano as an example, and we won't get into other instruments until a bit later. So, registers. When you name it, it has helps be specific on where the octave placement is, such as C4 is middle C, and we have C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, and C8. These are just like which one where they are on the keyboard. There's like 88 keys, and it just there's like numbers beside it just to show which octave it is on the keyboard. Um, the lowest C on the piano is C1, and the highest is C8. Middle C is C4. It's not in the middle, but it's the middle because of where it lies on the staff, on the two staffs. So this applies to all the other notes, such as this B would be B3. So we count them in courses of C, like the octave of C. So since this is C4, this B would be B3, but this B would be 4, B4. As you can see, C4 to C5, it counts in the octave of a C. But the ones, this is C1, the notes below are B0, B flat 0, A0. And those are like the lowest notes on the keyboard. I hope that makes sense. We will be going over like registers again when we talk about different instruments and stuff, and what registers they can play and all that jazz. So next we are going to go over ledger lines. Now I've mentioned ledger lines before, but ledger lines are the lines, the invisible lines, such as this note. It's a line below the normal staff. So we've got the 5-line staff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got these invisible lines because it keeps on going, but we're not going to write it like that. And it can just go, let's see, this is C4, so C3, C2, and just keep going. And it's very tasteful. You have to count all these ledger lines and such. That, of course, yeah, you have to count all these ledger lines and everything. So it'll go, let's do 8th note. So we have F, E, D, C. we go on to their next one. B, A, C. And that's like, yeah. Tuba, yeah, you get down in there. It's tasteful. But letter lines can also go up, such as in bass clefs, this is C, D, this is middle C, C, D, E, F, G. And you can keep going. These notes are what's already in treble, so middle C is this one. So that C and that C are the same, and then it just keeps going. And you can keep going after the treble line 2. So G, A, B, C, D, E. And you can see these in like higher woodwinds, mainly like flute and piccolo. You get up in the heavens up there. It's really nice. But yeah, these are letter lines. They're the invisible lines that aren't on the staff. So you can go below the staff and above the staff on all of these. It'll become different when we talk about other instruments. They can also go like below the staff or above the staff, but they can only go a certain range above and below. Okay, so next we are going to talk about dynamics. And dynamics are like the loud and the soft of music. So just because you're playing something soft does not mean you need to be weaker on it. You still need the strongness of your playing support. You don't need to be weaker though. You just play quieter. So here I've listed just some common things, common dynamic markings that you will probably see in music and just stuff you play, like music. Yeah. So this is pianissimo, 2 P's. That's really soft. Piano, which not the same thing. This of course is the instrument, but this is playing it soft. I know it's kind of confusing, but it's just this P means play it softer. The M means mezzo, and the P means piano. So it's mezzo piano. This is kind of like it's extra than piano. So, for example, piano could be like caffeine-free Coke, but mezzo piano has the caffeine in it. Also, when you see these in solos, all my band directors say that's mighty powerful. So when you see those in solos, this is mighty powerful, not mezzo piano. But when you see it in band writing, this is mezzo piano or Coke with caffeine. This is mezzo forte. This is the opposite. This is diet. This is the diet Coke to forte. So mezzo forte. These are like, they're just barely apart. Like this one, you play loud, but you play lightly loud. Like you play like just quieter than normal loud. And I guess forte is normal loud. This is the non-diet Coke of loud. And then fortissimo is 2 F's, which means it's louder than forte. And that just means not blare, but be louder. And so these just go from quiet to loudest. Now you can go quieter and add like 4 P's just to, like when you're writing, just to be like very, very quiet. But like, I think the lowest I've seen is 3 Ps. It's just to show you need to be very, very quiet. And then the highest of Fs I've seen is 4. And that's just like blaring. But blaring with good tone. So, like, as loud as you can get while maintaining a good tone. And yeah, these are the basics for your quiet ends and your loud ends for music. These are also types of dynamics. They're like changes. Like, say you start out, there's a piano right here. You start out and you gradually grow. This is called a crescendo. You gradually grow over these notes. Now, the opposite is decrescendo. Decrescendo is, like I said, the opposite. You gradually descend. So, say this is forte, and then you crescendo, decrescendo down to piano. In other cultures, these are called hairpins, and yeah. So if you use Sibelius, they're called hairpins. Fun fact. But these are shown in music, so when you have a piano and then you want to rise up to forte, you don't want to put piano, the mezzo, or like pianissimo, piano, mezzo piano, mezzo forte. This is piano straight to forte, and this is forte straight to piano, or whatever you dictate it. It can be like a number of things. You can go from piano to mezzo forte to piano, pianissimo to piano, piano to me, pianissimo, stuff like that. That's just some things you can do. Okay, well, it seems I'm out of time. I have to go pick up some medicine and such. But I hope you enjoyed this music theory lesson, and there will be more to come. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.